Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm Kelly Thomas, the Crochet Profit Queen, and I'm going to show you how you can make a living from your crochet while avoiding the burnout and being able to make what you want and when you want.
Who will test my crochet patterns? So testing is a vital part of writing any crochet pattern. It's a step that you cannot skip. It's the difference between having a well-written pattern that is loved and recommended by others versus having a pattern that gets a bad reputation for having tons of mistakes and having your design bad-mouthed on social media. As it doesn't matter how good we get at writing patterns, it's very difficult to see our own mistakes because we become blind to them. We know what we expect to read, and so we don't see the issues that come up. We just lose that ability to see them. So you have to test every single pattern, no matter how complex, no matter how simple, no matter how small, no matter how big. Every pattern needs testing. But who tests your patterns? Testing a pattern is just getting another crocheter to make it for you. They will go through the instructions and they must follow your exact instructions. They can't go freeform or anything like that. And to see how easily they can recreate your original photo. You need people who are going to pay attention to the detail, who are happy to ask questions, who are going to be able to complete it in your time frame, and are happy to give you back feedbacks and notes on any issues that they find. Really good testers are like gold dust. You keep all of their details because they are amazing. Um, and, good testers don't come along all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some really helpful people out there who give you, good feedback. But a really great tester will offer suggestions and keep asking questions and are just amazingly helpful. But who are they? Testers are often just crocheters like yourself. They don't want their own pattern business, they just love to crochet. They love to find new patterns. They love to be the first and have those bragging rights when it comes to launch time. They may not want to design themselves, but they love being part of the process. They love knowing that they helped bring your design to life. And it's also a way for those who maybe can't afford to buy that many patterns to get hold of a paid pattern for free. Someone who crochets really fast is going to they're going to spend a lot of money on crochet patterns every year. And testing means that they can get those patterns for free. That's the reward for testing. Testing is generally done for free. You don't pay testers. Instead, once you have your pattern written and edited, you send them the final version as a thank you. And of course, you always credit their photos that they send you. You can ask testers to send you photos that you can post on your social media to help you promote your pattern. But they are just other crocheters, and you can find them on social media. You can put out a testing call and find them that way. There are groups on Facebook are dedicated to crochet pattern testing, and both designers and testers are members of that group. And you just ask people who can meet your deadline. You can put out a call on Instagram and use hashtags to put out your testing call and attract people who are wanting to be testers. Finding people to test your pattern is the easy part. But like I said, if you find a good tester, you keep hold of them because if you find someone who fits with you and you can, have that conversation with them and get that great feedback from, you want to keep hold of them because it makes life so much easier. Testing is a process, and just getting the feedback from your testers is not the end of the process. You can get all kinds of information from your testers, and sometimes they don't even realize the information that they're giving you. But the questions they ask you when they are looking for, when they're checking detail that they're reading, those questions that they ask give you a lot of information about how clearly written your pattern is. Because you want your pattern to be easy to follow, you want it to have the full set of instructions, stitch counts, the yarn you use, the hook sizes, everything like that. You want your customers to be able to follow your pattern and not have to ask any questions. I mean, my um, kind of like end goal is to have no messages in my inbox from my customers. Because if they're having to ask questions about my pattern, it means it's not clear enough. It means I haven't written it properly. So I don't want any questions in my inbox. And to me, that's not that I don't want to hear from my customers or anything like that. It's just that is my benchmark for knowing that my patterns are well written. If customers are asking questions, my instructions are not clear enough. Happy customers do not need to send messages. Some will give you reviews. That's great. I'd love to hear those. But I don't want to have any questions about how clear the instructions are to follow of my patterns in my inbox. And that only happens because of testing. Back in my early days, when I first started publishing crochet patterns, I would get quite a few questions in my inbox. There was 2 patterns in particular I got this for. Well, no, 3. I had it for 3 patterns. One I fixed. One was popular, but had so many questions to it, I actually took it off sale, and I still haven't fixed it. I need to go back and do that because it was a popular design. But that one got tons of questions, and they were the 2 patterns I didn't test, because at that point in time, I didn't know anything about the testing process. I didn't really know it existed, and it led me to all kinds of trouble. And it was only a chance comment that I saw in a Facebook group that made me go, "Oh, I didn't know you did that. Better check this out." Best thing I ever read, that, um, and led me to actually, finding out what testing was. But things like this is one of the reasons I created the Hookers Academy, which is my membership to help you sell, write, and profit from your crochet patterns. It contains all the information I wish I had starting out. And testing is such a vital part of pattern writing. I can't believe I never knew about it. But you don't know what you don't know. So, yeah, those 2 patterns that I'd never tested got tons of questions. So one got fixed and is still a popular pattern now. I don't get any questions about it anymore, but it still sells well even now, years later. And yeah, the other one I didn't fix. I mean, it's fixable. It's definitely fixable. I just need to go back and do it. And I've got too many new ideas that I haven't had time to go back and do that. But these things happen. And the best thing about crochet patterns is you can fix them. Because they're a digital download, you can fix the pattern and re-upload it. Now, if it's a Ravelry pattern, they actually have a function that you can give an update to your buyers. So it will replace the old PDF with a new one and then send your customers a message. So they know they have an updated download. Other platforms, they might not send a message out. Etsy, you can't, but you can replace the PDF. So if your customer goes back to their Etsy account and re-downloads it, they would get the updated book version. But you have that ability. Of course, you don't want to do that too often. Nobody wants to admit to mistakes. It doesn't help your reputation. So getting through the testing process first time round is, it's just overall better. It saves you time and it saves your reputation. So you should definitely always test. But yeah, the people who will test your patterns are just other crocheters. who are just looking for new patterns and to join in, knowing that they are helping you bring this design and, to publish. And often your testers will be around at launch time, telling everyone that they helped design the pattern and it's their photos you're showing off. And they really like to get involved, which is really lovely to see. It really is. But that's as simple as it is. Another crocheter who will test your design for you. So I hope you found that useful. And as always, any questions, please do come to the Facebook group. The link is in the show notes. And if you are interested in learning more about how to write, sell, and profit from your own crochet patterns, then check out my membership, the Hookers Academy. The link is in the show notes. I would love to see you there. So thank you for listening, and I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.